Hello everyone, welcome to Kellyon Fashion Academy online class. So in this very class, we want to look at the measuring tape. We're going to be looking at how we can read our measuring tape. The very foundation to making a fitting garment, or a garment that is well fitted on the body, is to take your measurement accurately. And for you to be able to take your measurement accurately, you should be able to read your tape very well, correctly. You should be able to read your tape correctly. So in this class, we're going to be looking at how we can read our tape. So here I have my tape, my measuring tape. This one is a flexible one that, is common, the common type we have. So I'm going to be looking at how to read this, tape. So I've gone ahead to, write out the calibration that we have on the tape. Now, basically, the smallest unit of calibration for the tape is 1/16. It is calibrated in 16. So on this ruler, we have the 8s. We have the 8s. On this ruler, on this measuring tape, we have it calibrated in 8s. But we also have the ones that are calibrated in 16s. So like what I have here now, if you look at here, we have from 0 to 1. So this is 0 to 1. This is 1 inch. So from here to here is 1 inch. So from here to here is 1 inch. So in between 0 and 1 inch, we have 16 lines. This is 0, this is 0.0, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So we have 16 lines that make up 1 inch. So this line now is calibrated in 16. So from here to here, from here to this, a line that is a bit long, okay, from here, if you look at, you see that this line is long. Then in between 0 to here, you have a long line. You have another long line that is not as long as this first one. So this is half. This is half. Then in between this half, you have another one that is long, but not as long as the half. That is quarter. So in every quarter, we have 4 lines. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, this is for calibration in 16. For 18, we do not have up to 16 lines. We have what? We have 8 lines. And I would like to use here to explain further. These 16 lines we counted initially, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, is what I have gone ahead to write out here. So this is from 1 to 16. This is 0.0, and this is to 16. So now, this first line is 1/16. The second line, 2/16, 3/16, 4/16, 7, 5/16, 6/16, 7/16, to 16/16. Now, this 2/16 is what we can go ahead to divide it. If you remember your maths, you see that this is still divisible. So when we divide 2 into 1, we give us 1. 2 into 16 will give us 8. 3/16 is not divisible, so we'll leave it this way. Now this is 4/16, which is divisible. So when we divide 4 into 4 by 2, we have 2. 16 divided by 2, we have 8. 5/16 is not divisible. We have 6/16, which is divisible. So when I divide 16 by 2, I have 8. 6 by 2, I have 3. 7/8 is not divisible. 8/16 is divisible. 16 divided by 2, 8. 8 divided by 2, 4. 9/16 is not divisible. 10/16 is divisible, which will give us this. 11/16 is not divisible. 12/16 is divisible, which when broken down will give us this. 13/16 is indivisible. 14/16 is divisible, broken down to give us this. 15 over 16 is indivisible. 16 over 16 is divisible. When you say 16 divided by 2 will give us 8. 16 divided by 2 will give us 8 also. So this is the 8. This is one. This one now is calibrated in 8, and that is what we are using here. So this line now that is calibrated in 8 is what we have here. That is what we have here. So let's ignore here because of this steel, this iron. So I'm going to assume that here is my 0.0 and here is my 1. So if here is 0, I'm counting now from here. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, which is this 8 now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So now, if this, from this we can still see that there are figures that are still divisible, like 2 over 8. We can divide it to give us 1 over 4, and this is a list. We can't divide it any further. 3 over 8 cannot be divided. 4 over 8 can be divided to give us 2 over 4. 5, this one cannot be divided. This can't be divided. Sorry, this can be divided to give us 3 over 4. This can be divided. This can be divided to give us 4 over 4. So these are the quarters: 1 quarter, 2 quarter, 3 quarter, 4 over 4, which is 1. Now this can be divided further to give us half. This can be divided. This can be divided to give us 1 inch. So this is just breaking down all the lines we have on the measuring tape. So this is the regular tape we use. This is normal tape we know. If this is our 0.0, remember 0 is here, but sometimes these parts, it's not always well calibrated. Maybe there's excess before the first line. So we're going to assume here is our 0.0 and here is 1. So from here now, from this your first long line, which is assumed to be your 0.0, we have 1, and we're counting the lines now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So if this is another 0.0 again, we'll count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And it's like that. So it means that in 1 inch we have 8 lines. In 1 inch we have 8 lines for this type of measuring tape. For the one that is calibrated in 16, you see that you have 16 lines, but it's still going to give you this same space. If you place the two, if you bring a tape that is calibrated in 16 and bring the one that is calibrated in 8, it's going to give you the same size. Like your 1 inch is still 1 inch. When you place it side by side, you see that the 1 inch will be on the same line. So nothing changes. The only thing that is going to change is that we are not going to have 16 lines in between this point, but that 16 lines is going to be tiny than this. It's going to be tiny such that it will still be accommodated in the same amount of space. I hope you understand what I have just explained. So here we have 8 lines. Here is, we have 8 lines. So the first line is 1 over 8, which is this. The second line is 2/8, which is this. The second line is 3/8, which is this. This one is 4/8, 1/8, 2/8, 3/8, 4/8, 5/8, 6/8, 7/8. Now this is 8 over 8, which will now give us 1. So if this is our 0, this is 1. So this is another one: 8, 2, 8, 3, 8, 4, 8, 5, 8, 6, 8, 7, 8, 8 over 8, which is 1 again. This, what we have here now, is what we have here. So it means that if this is our 1, here is going to be 1, 1, 8, 1, 2, 8, 1, 3, 8, 1, 4, 8, 1, 5, 8, 1, 6, 8, 1, 7, 8, then 2 inches. Now another way we can read this is the normal way we know, which is quarter, 3/4, and all. So this is our 1. This 2/8 is also known as quarter. That's 1 over 4. Because see what we have here. Okay, so this is what we have here. 8 lines, which is this. So if we divide this into 4, we are going to have 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is 1 over 4. This is 2 over 4. This is 3 over 4. And this is 4 over 4, which is 1. If you look at from here to here, you see that this 0 line is long. This 1 inch line is long too. But in between this one and this long line and this long line, you have another line that is long, but not as long as this. And then in between this one that is long, but not so long like this, you have another long line a bit. So you see that these ones are the shortest. These ones are the shortest. So this one that is long, but not as long as this 0.1 and 2 is our half an inch. That is 1 over 2. So you see that it is dividing this from here to here, is dividing it into 2. So this is our half, which we call 1 over 2 or 0.5 or 4 over 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. So for 8, half or 0.5. For 8, 1 over 2 or 0.5. That is what this line is. While this one is 2 over 8, 2 over 8, 1, 2, 2 over 8. So this is 2 over 8 or 1 over 4. That's 1/4. 2 over 8 or 1 over 4. That's if you share it if you share these 8 lines into 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is 1 of it. So it's either you call here 1 over 4, or you call it to 8, or you call it 0.25. 1 over 4 to 8, 0.25. This is 1 over 2 for 8, 0.5. Then this line now here is 0.75 because we have half plus 0.2, or we have for 8 plus 2, 8. So here is 6, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This line is 6, 8 or 0.75 or 3 over 4. 6, 8, 0.75 or 3 over 4. So that is how to read this tape. I have something like this. This is my 6 inches. So it means that here, this is 6, 1, 8, 6, 2, 8, 6, 3, 8, 6, 4, 8, 6, 5, 8, 6, 6, 8, 6, 7, 8. Then 7 inches. So it means that from here to here is 6 to 8, or 6 1/4, or 6.25. Then here is 6 for 8, or 6.5, or 6.05. Sorry, 6.5. So here is 6 for 8, 6.5, and or 6.5. Why this point is 6.68 or 6.25. 6.25, that's 6, 3 over 4. 6.25 or 6.75. So I hope you understand that very well. If you turn over here, I forgot to mention earlier that this tape is calibrated in two units. The first unit is in inches. That's this one that we are used to, while the back is in centimeter. The front is in inches and the back is in centimeter. Now in Nigeria and some other countries, we are mostly used to working in inches. We are used to working in inches, but there are some pattern books that you see and they work with cm. So there's no cause for alarm whether the pattern you are using is in cm or in inches. Is the same tape that you use. For example, now if we have 21 cm, this is 21 cm, and want to know the equivalence of 21 cm, we can turn over to the inches part. You fold it this way and you turn it over to the inches part. Can you see? It's giving us 8.25. So it's that easy. Whatever you have, fold it and come and check for it on the cm part. So that's the easiest way to convert from your cm to your inches. That is that. Please take time to study this your tape, so that you'll be able to know how to read your tape correctly, and also how to work with it, so that you'll be able to achieve a good fit when you finish drafting your pattern. Now, I would like to say one other thing, which is it is important to measure use the tape rule that you use in measuring your the measuring tape that you use in measuring your client to work on your pattern, because sometimes there might be a slight difference. Now, I don't know, I've seen something like this on Facebook, but I was wondering how it came about until I came in contact with this tape. This tape came with a machine, a new machine, and when I looked at it, when I placed it, I saw that it was not tallying. Now, if you go ahead to use this measurement, first of all, this measuring tape is wrong, and I don't know what it is actually meant for, whether it is actually meant for normal clothing like fashion designing, drafting of patterns and all of that, because it came with a sewing machine. So, but I don't know what it is, whether maybe it's used for a particular thing, but I know it's different from this tape we use. So when you go to the market to buy your regular tape, this is the one you will get. So, but this came with the machine. So it is very important. If you buy a sewing machine, please try to check and make sure it's tallying with this before you go and use this and take someone's measurement. I tell you that if you use this to measure somebody, you are going to have excess. If you use this to measure somebody and use this to now draft, you are going to have excess, a lot of excess, because see what we have here. See our 1 inch. See 1 inch here. See where this 1 inch is. So now, see 1 inch here, but see this 1 inch here. So this one is about 2/8 more than this. That's 1/4 inch more than this. If you use this to measure and you're using this to cut your pattern, to do everything, to draft your pattern, the measurement is going to short. Because by the time you are measuring 3 inches on this new tape, and you use this to measure, see where 3 inches is, which is equivalent to 4 inches here. So if you use this to measure and you are using this to draft your pattern, you are going to be running into shortage. It will not enter the person. But when you use this to measure and you use this to sew, to draft your pattern and sew, you're going to have too much of excess. So imagine where you're supposed to have 4 inches according to your measurement, and you use it here. You see that you're already having a whole 1 inch difference, which is going to, I don't know what it's going to do to your dress. In fact, the excess is going to be so much. The excess is going to be so much. Please use this. This is the correct measuring tape. If you go to the market, tell them you want to buy measuring tape for tailors, this is what I'm going to give you. And when you use this, or when you buy new tape, always check if it's corresponding with the ones you have. Of course, it will correspond. The ones I bought in a pack, they are the same. This one just came with the machine, so I thought to share with us. Before you make mistake and go and use this one to draft your pattern or measure somebody, it's going to give you, even if you use this one to measure and draft, it's going to still, it will give you the accurate result anyway. But don't use this to measure and use this to draft. Use the same one you use to measure to draft. But don't even use this one at all. Use this one, which is the standard one we know, because of some proportions. If you go and use this one now, if the person's actual bust is 34, you'll be getting 38. And if according to the proportion, you are meant to use half an inch for a particular stuff, and 38 is saying 1 inch, you go and use 1 inch, which is wrong, because you are using a wrong tape to measure. Always use this. And in the situations that you have to take your measurement virtually, please ensure that your client gets this right tape and not this one, please. This brings us to the end of this class on tape reading. Thank you very much. I remain your humble tutor, Charity Eze. Bye for now.